The northern route winds along the shores of the Bay of Biscay, a route towards Santiago that will lead us to discover and get to know a landscape of contrasts as it approaches the hometown of Jovellanos.
Santiago enters Gijón via the high ground of Peón, a spot where the milestone marks the dividing line with the borough of Villaviciosa. Nature in its purest state can be found in the parish of San Salvador in Deva, an ideal place for the traveller to enjoy and delight in.
After having walked for a few days, it's about time to break your journey. And if, as the result of combining culture, leisure and enjoyment, what we have is Gijón, what better than to break your journey here?
Gijón offers those travelling along the Pilgrim's Road to Santiago the most salient of the region's cultural leisure options. Laboral City of Culture, located very near to the Pilgrims' Hostel in Deva, is considered the largest cultural complex in Asturias and a focal point at a national scope of Europe's artistic avant-gardes. A city that is home to the Laboral Art and Industrial Creation Centre.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. And to see the roots of this land that welcomes us with open arms, the best thing to do is to pay a visit to a place brimming with tradition, the Pueblo de Asturias Folk Museum.
The route enters Gijón's city limits after crossing the river Piles on the Carretera de la Costa, leaving behind the Pueblo de Asturias and Isabel la Católica Park, the city's green lung. After skirting the Bibio Bull Ring, which takes centre stage during the so-called Grand Week of festivities devoted to Begonia, this coastal road leads us into the town itself.
The advantage of the northern route is that of being able to enjoy the beaches and cliffs that face the sea. And Gijón is not to be outdone. San Lorenzo Beach allows you to take a stroll before entering the district that becomes our privileged scenic balcony.
The best point to see the sea is Cimavilla, the essence of time-honoured Gijón. The pilgrim's route meanders through its steep maritime streets. Within a very short distance, and almost next door to one another, Revilla Gijedo Collegiate Church and Palace, Jovellanos' birthplace and Valdez Palace coexist in palatial Gijón, alongside religious manifestations such as the chapels of San Juan and La Soledad. Cimavilla is crowned by Santa Catalina Headland, home to Chilida's Eulogy to the Horizon. To explore the fisherman's quarter of Cimavilla, the best thing to do is to forget your map and let yourself be surprised at every step by small, bite-sized chunks of history, just as pilgrims did in medieval times when they approached the now-disappeared Pilgrims' Hospital that safeguarded the route's passage through Gijón, the former chapel of which, devoted to Our Lady of Remedies, still remains today.
And if you don't find any of these places, don't hesitate to ask, as nobody is born knowing, and even less so in a new city.
On leaving Cimavilla, you will come across the Visitors' Reception Centre right in the heart of the marina, just beside the beaches called Poniente and El Arbayal, which are separated by Gijón Aquarium, home to species from all the known seas. In the same coastal setting, the Talaso Poniente Centre provides the visitor with seawater spa treatments, a perfect spot for the pilgrim to relax. Opposite Talaso Poniente and just before you take leave of the town, the old trains that arrived in Gijón still conserve their charm alongside the platforms of the Railway Museum.
Seeing as everything good comes to an end, and it's about time to set off again, I leave Gijón via Campo de Torres so as to be able to look back each time I feel nostalgic and see Gijón in the background, which has given me the strength to reach the feet of the Apostle.